Scott, it's another superb evening under the lights here at Arbour Park. You've extended the home run to 12. You must be ecstatic.
Yeah, I'm more tired than ecstatic. No, obviously over the moon. I think the work rate, the energy, desire, the hunger. Teams struggle to match us when we're up for it, and we've been up for it at home. I think for the last 12 home games. The Braintree manager was really kind and said to us that they pride themselves on hard work, and their team couldn't get anywhere near us in terms of the levels that we work at, and that was really pleasing to hear. And then tonight I just thought the work rate was just outstanding. The amount of distance that we covered at high intensity, all over the pitch, didn't give them a moment's rest. I think the only thing that I look at is maybe when it's 2-0, I thought it should have gone 3 and 4, and then we had to obviously withstand pressure. But that's going to happen in a game. But we felt quite comfortable in defending our box. Dan Lincoln, I think, has made a really good save down to his left. But apart from that, felt really good. And in a weird way, I say to the lads, enjoy defending, because it's part and parcel of the game. You're never going to just be free-flowing going forward all the time. So, yeah, I'm so proud of the boys tonight. The ones that played, the ones that came on, and the ones that didn't. So we're going to need everyone over the next, 6 weeks. We've got a million games. So it's going to be a big ask, and I felt like tonight was such a crucial match with what we've got coming up in the next 6 weeks, a lot of away games. But yeah, obviously it gives us a 3-point gap to the relegation zone. We've got games in hand. It's only something we could have dreamt of probably 5-6 weeks ago. So yeah, extremely proud of the boys tonight and the group. So yeah, delighted.
The game felt very tight at the start though. It's about 35 minutes throughout the first half. Really, there wasn't many chances created. Was it quite apprehensive between both sides?
Yeah, I looked at their starting lineup and I saw that they'd kind of gone without a recognised striker. I know the lad, I think it's Briscoe, that played up top. I thought he was more of an attacking midfielder. They played him up top, which meant that we had a lot of the ball. They kind of set up to be a little bit defensive and maybe hit us on the counter. And they did at times where we were sloppy with the ball, a little bit loose. We gave it away when we shouldn't have done. But because we were so expansive when we had it, it meant that we had to be really good with it. We couldn't give it away because we were really open. And we nearly got hurt a couple of times. But also at the same time, I think we had some decent chances in the first half. I thought it should have been 2-0 just before half time. Mikel's done extremely well to get through. I would have loved to have seen him score, of course. But yeah, we had loads of the ball and I felt like we were in control. But there was always that sort of soft underbelly to us that we maybe could have conceded, but I think we made sure that we didn't concede. But I felt quite solid and overall in terms of the team that we had. We went a little bit more defensive minded because we thought we might be able to hurt them late on, bringing fresh legs on with obviously people like David that's been superb over the last few weeks, but we went with wing backs. We left him out of the team and he understands. So yeah, it's worked tonight, so there can't be any complaints. Everyone's in there celebrating as a team, and it's great to see. It's never anyone sulking that they've not played. It's never about an individual. It's always about us.
So we saw then after the kind of spell, a bit of a stalemate throughout that first 35 minutes. We saw Nathan Minas finally break the deadlock. Seems to be scoring goals plenty now. Are you quite happy with what you're seeing from him now at this point?
Yeah, it was quite rare for their keeper to make a mistake. I think I've watched a lot of Hemel's games over the past sort of 3 or 4 days, and he's pulled off some incredible saves. So I know he's probably been their player of the season. So we're very lucky tonight that he's probably dropped one, and Nathan was there to pounce on it. I thought Nathan's work rate with Mikel, I thought they were absolutely outstanding, the pair of them. They didn't give them a moment's rest. They were running the channels, they were big, they were strong. We're sliding balls down the side of the pitch, which are probably 50-50 balls, and they're making it 60-40 in our favour, purely just from the power of their running. And then the last 10 minutes when Mikel went off, Nathan was still running. I flipped the ball down the side to him and he's controlled it, he's flicked it around one defender, he's knocked it around another and he's off. And that just shows how well he looks after himself. He's a personal trainer day to day, and his recovery, his nutrition is exceptional, and you can see that later on in the game. I almost rested him tonight, and he didn't. He doesn't know that, but I'm delighted that he's played. I'm delighted that he's doing well, and I don't want to just single them two out. I thought they were really, really good together. I thought all over the pitch, everyone just gave a real performance in terms of the fundamentals and the characteristics that you need in a game that we knew would be tough. But when we play at the levels that we can in terms of the energy, I just feel like we're a tough team to play against, and I think that proved to be the case tonight.
And then that 25-minute period at the start of the second half, it didn't feel like Hemel made any headway into Slough's territory at all, and then we finally cashed in and got that second goal through Johnny Goddard. he seems to just be continuing to keep this fine form going.
Yeah, Johnny's Johnny, and then he's gone on a little walks through their defence. He's gone for past 3 or 4 like they're not even there, and when he's at full flow, he's beautiful to watch. There's no doubt about it. He just glides. So delighted he's got another goal. I was really gutted that we didn't get the third. I think the third really would have put the icing on the cake, and it would have allowed us to breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we had to play through to the 95th minute tonight, because if they get one with 5 minutes to go, you know it's going to be balls thrown into the box. But I felt we dealt with it. They've got some big lads that they've got. Kyler J, Bailey Brown, they throw on up top, and the lads really competed tonight. They put their bodies on the line. Even I won a couple of headers, which is foreign for me. So, it's part and parcel of the game, and to get a clean sheet is extremely proud. I think Dan Lincoln deserves it. I think his organisation is talking at the back. I think he'll have to go home tonight and rest his voice, take some strepsils and whatnot, because he does not stop talking. It's relentless, and I think that's why he's so important to us. It was so important to get him across the line. He's going to be massive for us from now to the end of the season. I think he's been such a good signing, and the lads realise that as well. Just gives us that assurance. So yeah, I'm delighted with the squad that we've got. We know there's obviously going to be people leaving soon, with Mikel going to Australia. There's work going on behind the scenes, but then you've got Slavy that come on, and I thought did really well. So it's exciting. It's exciting. There's competition for places, and I'm looking forward to the Christmas period now.
You beat me to it there, just talking about the new signing who came on, Slavy. What is your kind of plan with him? How does he kind of fit into your plans?
Yeah, so I've known about him for probably 4 or 5 years, from when he was at Oxford United. I've got close links with them, having been there a few years ago, and he was kind of like their wonder kid. He's the youngest ever scorer at Oxford. He's got bundles of ability, and he's probably fallen off track a little bit purely because of injuries, and that happens from time to time. He's a great lad. He lives a 10-minute walk from the ground here, and I like that. I like the fact that he lives in Slough. It will probably mean more to him than any other player that he's playing for his hometown club. And I just feel like there's a project there with Slavy that he could be a really, really good player for us. I think tonight he showed some great touches. He was composed. He slid Johnny in at one point where he went on a little dribbly run. So, he's someone that's exciting. And I just think the environment that we've got, I felt like he could come and join us and really kick on. I think we've got a few like that. Tyrese was at Sunderland. He's come here. And I think there was question marks at the beginning of the season from some people that I spoke to that watched us, and I think he's been absolutely incredible. So Leon as well, exactly the same year as Slavy at Oxford. I think Leon's been superb. So I just like giving people a chance. I'd love to work with younger players and really try and give them hopefully the information and the tools to really kick on in their career again, because it would make me absolutely delighted if they can do that.
And finally then, you mentioned also briefly before, some difficult fixtures coming up now over Christmas. To start that though, we've got on Saturday an away fixture away at Averley. Any thoughts about that game already?
Not yet. A side that are absolutely flying. Danny's doing a ridiculous job down there, probably on budget, coming up last year. They sat in the playoffs. They probably need another 12 points to survive, and we're not even at Christmas time, and that's probably what they were looking at the beginning of the season, probably looking to consolidate, but he's absolutely flying with the squad that he's got. They're a team that work for him. He's a brilliant manager and a really, really good guy as well, so it'd be good to sort of pit my wits against him, but yeah, they're a good side. I think they epitomise a team that plays for their manager. Every time I've watched them, work rate, desire, hunger, but they've got quality as well. We know it'll be a tough game. We'll have to rest and recover. I don't think they've played tonight. I'm sure they've not played tonight. So we need to make sure that we get bodies back fit and go there and hopefully get something from the game. We want to build on Saturday and today. We wanted to get a minimum of 4 points, and drawing on Saturday was not what we wanted. But we've done it tonight, and I'm really pleased with 2 home fixtures. So yeah, the Christmas period is going to be big for us. I'm really looking forward to it now, off the back of a win. I'm not saying it takes the pressure off, but it certainly helps. But Averley's a great game, and then back here obviously on Boxing Day for Hampton. So hopefully we can get a good crowd for that one as well. We're doing as much as we can to be 12 unbeaten at home now, so it'd be great to see even more fans come and watch us and support us, because we're forever grateful for people that do come and sing some songs and whatnot. So yeah, fingers crossed Christmas can be a good period for us.
Cheers, Scott, and congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Con.